I don't know. I think I'm starting to think I'm not the only one that has ADHD.
You've
Danny.
you've known us for a long time, Ali. Don't. Yeah. Why are you telling us to be
I mean,
surprised with your antics?
no, what I'm saying, you stupid motherfucker, is
Uh huh.
that it feels like
Just I just I didn't actually. My brain did not click that she called me a stupid motherfucker. I just kind of accepted it. Just hit her with that. Uh huh.
whatever. I can't even remember what I was saying now.
Oh, great. There you go. There's your clip, Harpreet. You can break it in the middle. What I meant was, you stupid motherfucker. Uh huh. Hello, hello to the one
Whoa.
or two listeners that may or may not be listening. My name is Boy, the Boy, and with me today we got Harpreet and Ali. How are you two doing?
I'm doing
I'm
great.
good. I'm good. I'm good.
Excellent, excellent. All right. This is our very first episode of our podcast. And before I reveal our amazing, incredible name that we took the time to brainstorm, and by brainstorm I mean Harpreet came up with it all on his own, we're going to discuss the first topic. Harpreet, the first topic. Please let the dear listeners know what exactly we're going to be talking about first.
What makes a good name?
Ah, love it. Rolls off the tongue. Ali, I'll open up the panel to you first. What do you think makes up a good name?
I think anything could be a good name. It depends on the listener. It depends on the context behind the name.
So you believe the name Hubert is a good name?
I will fucking kill you.
For what? What the hell?
You know what you did.
What did I do? I said Hubert.
It doesn't
It's a
matter. It's
first
close.
name.
It's close enough. I will
Have
still
you
kill you.
never heard of the name Hubert? We have conflict among us within the first 2 minutes. I love it. Anywho, all right. What's another? Albert. That. What about that one, Ali? Is that a good name? Do you think?
That's a great name.
Oh, gross. Harpreet.
Alberto.
Okay, well, if you say it in Spanish with a little bit of pizzazz, yeah, it'll go great.
If you say anything with pizzazz, it'll be better.
We could go with Danny or Danielle.
Or Dan.
Dan the
I like
man.
I do like my name. Shit, no, my name is the boy. I wasn't supposed to curse either. Dang it.
I've
Cursing's
already
fine.
cursed. I was the
Yeah.
first one that did it.
Yeah, you did.
This isn't for children.
True,
No, this is
true.
an adult podcast. Children, don't
Children,
listen.
I am sorry. I am sorry, children.
If you're a child listening to this, you're not supposed to be. I didn't know that, but you're not supposed to be here.
Get your parents' permission.
Yeah. Ask them if they're okay with you listening to
Stop.
people cursing on the internet.
Parental advisory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harpreet, throw up the explicit content warning.
Uh.
I don't think that's possible here.
Uh.
What are you doing? Relax, I was kidding. Oh shit, I didn't know we had explicit warning.
That's explicit warning.
Yeah. I didn't know you could do that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, what else can we do? What, can I do that?
No.
No, only he can do that.
Oh. I'm taking this up to HR, Harpreet. I want you to know that. It wasn't
Who's our HR?
yeah.
I'm HR.
Yeah, Harpreet is HR. You're gonna get a strongly worded letter, Harpreet.
It's not. It's not my name. It's Harpreet Resources.
Yeah, or it's like so your name backwards. Tier Pra.
What?
No, it fell flat. Anyway, back to the main topic. We love our cringe here every now and then. I'll supply it, don't worry.
We're just three friends.
Yeah, next week we may or may
Eventually we'll
not.
fall apart, but you know.
It'll all come crashing down eventually. But for now, we will try to entertain our dear viewer, listener, the one person who's going to listen to this, Harpreet's mom.
Me.
Yeah, yeah, the editor, HR, head of the podcast, Harpreet.
How you started this?
I mean, I opened up. It's the least I could do. You know, like in school projects, right? Where you got the one person who's super shy. They do all the work, but they leave all the talking to the other person who's not shy, and they kill it with their performance. That's what it is.
So
Mhm.
I am. Excuse me.
I would
Was
figure
it a
I'm the more
compliment?
shy
Was
one
it
here,
an
and I'm not
insult? You'll
doing
never
anything.
know. I leave it
We'll-
up to our dear viewer to interpret that however
We'll
they
put a
may.
poll up. We'll put a poll up. And was that a diss?
Or was it a compliment?
Oh yeah, that.
You'll never know.
Okay.
I mean, the viewers will decide, and whatever they want, that's what it's going to be, and I'm going to double down on it. On the next episode, we'll review it.
With the two people that check mark.
Yeah, the two people
I don't
that we-
know.
Oh, there's an I don't know option?
Yeah, always. There always has to be I don't know or none of the above. It's a
What the-
poll. It's a
okay.
poll.
Fair enough, fair enough. All right, back to the main topic at hand. We went on a slight tangent because Ali said something very mean to me, which I will be pressing charges for later.
I'd like to see you try.
Gosh, she called my
I'm
bro.
Ali's lawyer.
Pussy
Oh, God.
boy.
What are you? What are you not?
I'm not a real engineer.
I was really hoping you're gonna double down and say like, I'm not happy.
I'm happy. I have a dog. True
Okay, yeah,
happiness in the
dogs bring
form of
happiness.
dog.
Dogs bring happiness, and I'm sure the viewers will agree.
Unless they don't like dogs, then maybe.
Maybe don't
Maybe
listen
they
to this
won't.
podcast. Just kidding.
Oh,
All are welcome here. All are welcome here. I'm kidding. Please don't leave.
This is an animal loving podcast.
I mean, yeah, we all like animals.
We all have pets, one way or another.
Oh, speaking of pets and loving animals, how do you guys feel about zoos? Because I know somebody who does not like zoos for the reason being that the animals that are held in captivity, like, don't I'm quoting him, don't belong there. As in, they belong in their natural habitats, and being cooped up in enclosures or whatever slowly drives them insane or makes them unhappy or whatever you have it. And it made
So-
me think, like, I never really thought about it from that point of view. So I'll open it up to you two. Ali, you seem to want to go first. Go for it.
Yeah. Because I've actually thought about this in length.
Mhm.
I've always wanted to work with animals. Being a zoologist was within my career path at one point. I seriously thought about it. I agree with that sentiment. I don't, mainly because are an extremely stressful environment for animals. Always.
That's what they said too.
Their enclosures are never large enough, and even if they are, imagine living every day of your life sitting in your bedroom, but hundreds of thousands of people just come and ogle you through your bedroom window every single day without fail. They just sit there, they stare at you, they smack the glass, they make fun of you.
Would the animals know they're being made fun of?
Yeah, well, because their glass is being smacked on, tapped on. There are people yelling and screaming on the other side of the glass. I imagine it's extremely stressful.
I can see that, yeah. Harpreet, your thoughts?
So I do agree with Ali on, it's a very stressful environment, but there's also edge cases for zoos. So like animals that can't, due to some cause, human or otherwise, can't live in their natural habitats any longer, and we have to take care of them
Oh,
to
yeah,
make
like
sure that we
pandas or something like
repopulate
that.
them.
They're
Pandas are like edge case where they're just stupid and they just fall off very tall trees because they can.
Let me
Yeah.
interrupt real quick. Yeah, pandas. There's so many compilations about how, and comments about saying like they would be extinct if not for human intervention.
Yes.
Or something like, wait, pandas can only eat like a specific bamboo or whatever, or eucalyptus? No,
They
bamboo.
actually, at least as far as I know, bamboo isn't part of their diet. They're just stupid.
Oh my god.
And that's
Well,
all
like
they want to
it's
eat.
so like nutrient limiting because it's just bamboo. It's like eating a leaf or grass for us.
Did you know
Uh-huh.
that all pandas in any zoo are on lease from China? All pandas
Yeah.
belong to China.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've heard the
Um,
same thing somewhere.
I didn't know that.
yeah, they're all on lease from China. They all belong to China. So if China ever decided they could take any panda from any zoo and be like, just kidding, it's mine again.
We accidentally killed one of our pandas. I'm gonna need this one back.
I also wanted to say on what Harpreet said about the animals that cannot be released back into the wild.
Mm-hmm.
I still do not believe in zoos for those animals. I believe more in refuges.
If we
Such
could
as
convert every zoo to a refuge, it would be a lot better because you just drive around.
yeah, and even
Oh, like what they do in like
like
Africa and some.
Safari West.
Yeah, safari.
yeah, safaris. There's if you look up there's a refuge on Twitch. They stream 24/7 called Alveus. They are close to the public. They occasionally have streamers and other things come in, or they stream their animals, so that way you still get that kind of zoo exposure of people seeing the animals, witnessing them, but not stressing them out. And I think that's a much better way to do it. I don't think anybody and everybody should be allowed to take their snot-nosed little kid to a zoo
Smear their
to
nose on the freaking glass. Okay, I'll offer some counterpoints. Because I like to play devil's advocate here. I definitely like your points of views, and like I said, the buddy that I talked to, who pretty much enlightened me to this issue, to enlighten me to that, made those exact same points, and obviously there's solid reasoning behind it all. First point, for the safaris and the open space areas, that's going to take up a lot of land to do, correct?
correct, but it's better than the small enclosures they currently live in that they're not meant to live in for their entire
True. But say we want to change a zoo into that. So like there's different habitats for different animals. How would you guys go about like separating those specific like habitats? Or are you
buildings,
gonna
different buildings,
like
entire buildings for different creatures.
entire buildings? Okay.
Like,
Mhm.
say you go to a refuge that has penguins.
Mhm.
Penguins can't live anywhere that isn't really cold.
Mhm.
Build a building like an ice arena. But it's just a building for penguins, or if you have other ice-based animals, then those as well.
Polar bears.
Polar bears would
Wrong
need their
environment.
entirely own, they'd need their entirely own building
Mhm.
because they're,
So what? Polar bears are North Pole, penguins are South Pole.
I mean, penguins are part of polar bears'
Diets.
diets as well. So it'd be tricky to keep them in the same building considering.
Yeah, one's gonna try to eat the other, and the other's
Yeah.
gonna have a heart attack if they keep staring at the medicine
Yeah.
The
creature.
polar bear 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Or the seal 10 feet away.
Yeah. So I think, or like,
And how big would these buildings have to be actually?
huge.
Humongous,
Absolutely
right? Like,
humongous.
again, that's like the space issue. So
Yeah,
a
but
normal
Well,
zoo,
you can
you think
take,
a
like-
normal zoo, say like the San Francisco Zoo, would that have enough space to accommodate all of those animals?
But the other thing that you can do is dedicate a unused office building or something to it.
Well, true, but who's paying for that at that point? The
The
extra
zoo.
space, the zoo, right? But like, do you think
Yeah.
they make enough money for more than what they already have?
yeah, definitely.
Do you
Probably.
think so?
Zoos have hundreds of thousands of people every day. and they charge extreme prices.
I haven't been to a zoo in a long time, so I would not remember.
The last time I checked the price of the zoo here,
Mhm.
I believe the entry is $30 per person.
30? That's not too bad.
Yeah, $30 for the San Francisco Zoo.
No, that's not. No. Oregon Zoo is much smaller.
Well, no, I'm saying San Francisco Zoo, the general ticket for all ages between 12 and 64 is $29.
Yeah, okay.
Children under 2 or between 2 and 11 get a discounted entry at 20, and seniors above 64 are charged 24. Infants under 2 are not charged.
Again,
San
in my
Francisco
opinion,
residents get a special discount.
yeah, in my opinion, like $30 isn't much.
Yeah, but
it
you
feels
also
like
have to times that by hundreds, if not
True.
thousands.
True. No, my point was that it's not exorbitant as I thought it would be. Like if it charged $60 for entry, okay, that's pretty expensive. 30 is not too bad. But yeah, you're right. $30
You
for like thousands of people a day. Yeah,
you
that'll be
also
good.
have to remember merch shops, gift shops.
Yes. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up
Um,
next.
Places like the Oregon Zoo have extra things you can buy that unlock more things within the zoo. So there's little boxes next to every exhibit where if you buy an extra little key, you put it in, it gives you more information or gives you more fun facts or it gives you something. So there's multiple ways they upsell their price. And they're mainly using it. Sure, some of it's going to feeding the animals, but not even, I would say, in my opinion, I don't think even 50% of that is going back into the animals.
I guess that's true, 'cause you also have to do maintenance on the actual park, pay the workers there, maybe even advertisement. There's a lot of expenses and stuff like that that goes to it. That I wouldn't know. I'm not into the business side of things. But shoot, I had a point where I was going for. But yeah. Yeah, again, yeah, those expenses that you also have to cover, and on top of that, I'm sure. Do you think like zoos get like tax cuts for certain things?
Every business gets tax cuts
Okay, well
on
there you go. So they
something.
also get tax cuts. On top of that, they also ask for donations too, and I'm sure they get
Yeah,
good amounts of
donations.
donations.
I mean, those
So
donations also give a tax deduction to the average person. So
Okay, so mutually benefit. But
yeah, they get the money, and it's usually dedicated to some cause. Then there's overhead with things like having the zookeepers, attendants, and maintenance for those facilities. So, like, I mean, if we're going with average price for San Francisco Zoo and 1,000 people, it's like 25 that
okay.
they make off of, or that's the revenue for 1,000 people. And let's say of those 1,000 people, 100 buy something from a gift shop.
Yeah.
Wow, can't talk right now. And let's say it's $30. They're spending $30 on that.
But not
That's
to mention,
another
there's also like
3,000.
food inside of there too, like snacks or ice cream stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
if we're taking everybody buys something at the zoo, you can average it down to like another $25. So $50 per person, $50,000 for 1,000 people. But that's just revenue. That's excluding paying salaries. That's excluding building like facility maintenance.
Do they even pay tax? Do they pay? Do you think they'd have to pay taxes for the land too, or is that one of like the cuts that they're given since it's considered a park of some kind?
I don't know if technically zoos should be non-profit. At least, I think San Diego Zoo's non-profit.
It depends on the zoo. Okay, so there's different things that depending on it. So yeah, by that argument, you say that they would be able to erect even more buildings to fully accommodate space for appropriate space, we'll say, for the animals that are housed there.
I also think my main issue with zoos is the fact that they're open to the public. Especially the ones with open top enclosures, such as the Harambe incident.
Ooh,
Um,
yeah, that's rough.
My
some
brother.
mother wasn't watching her child and he fell into the enclosure,
And they had to take down Harambe. Yep.
which,
That's why we live in this existence.
Yep.
yeah, we're in the
The
wrong
bad timeline that we
timeline.
have.
That I think there's potential with that with any enclosure. If you put tons of people with mothers, fathers, people who don't watch the children closely, you're going to get constant mistakes. You're going to get stressed animals. You're going to get deaths of the animals. So I just think it's inhumane to make them into when such majestic creatures deserve so much more than that.
Sorry, I'm thinking more along the lines of the safaris now and how they differ vastly from zoos. For someone like me, possibly the one or two viewers, uh, I don't know much about safaris. Ali, can you go over what makes the safaris super great in
I've
comparison?
never been to a safari.
I'm sure have you not done the like just research on it, or like I'm sure like you seem like the
I've
type of
seen
person like
videos.
yeah, exactly, videos and stuff like
Um,
that, and how like
I think
more
the
information than I
main,
have.
yeah, I think in my opinion they're better. They're not fantastic. They're still open to the public. You get cars driving by. The animals get too used to eating from people. You get the people who let them eat directly out of their car, which in and of itself is extremely dangerous
Oh yeah,
because
without a doubt.
an animal that large or whatever is dangerous to you. It's a liability risk. But I think they're better for the animals in the sense that they get to run, they get to see the sun, get actual sunlight,
Get actual
be in the
exercise.
fresh air, not surrounded by walls. Like fences, sure, but they can still be outside in the
S-
open rather than enclosed by walls that they wouldn't have to be enclosed by in the wild.
So the thing with a safari is that it has to be native species. It can't be.
That too. You can't bring a panda into like
You
a
can't
desert
bring a panda into uh,
a desert
wine
safari.
country,
Oh
into
yeah,
wine country, rolling hills. Like
who
you
knows?
can't do that.
Maybe generations down they'll get used to eating like the grapes, and
No,
that's the main staple, and they change from the Chinese panda bear to the California great bear.
the Great Bear.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where you have that variety. The variety is decreased.
hmm
So Azua provides variety to see these animals that
Yeah,
are from
exotic animals.
around the world,
Yeah, you wouldn't see, locally.
while a safari only limits you to what's in a natural habitat. So like where we're from, it would be like deer, rabbits, jackrabbits, bears, some bears. So
I think
we
we
get
have
the
black
grizzlies.
bears. No, apparently we don't have grizzlies anymore.
I thought they're still up in Sequoia.
I don't. When I last looked it up on Google, it said like the grizzly bears went extinct. Like the California grizzly bear specifically went extinct, and we have black bears.
Yeah, grizzlies get hunted pretty commonly in more populated areas. So it's not too surprising to me if that's true. Grizzlies not being in California anymore.
Yeah, no, they were hunted
Grizzly bears have
way early
not been
on.
sighted in California since 1924.
Yep, that sounds about right. But yeah,
California
unfortunately,
still has a habitat that can sustain about 500, but the bear was once so common that there was about one grizzly for every 11 people in California during the gold rush.
yep. I mean, that's why we have like the grizzly bear on our flag because they were that common. But unfortunately, not anymore. And we might have to change that to the black bear now because that's what we have. Oh boy. But yeah, okay. So that's the difference between a zoo and the safari. I'm sure, 'cause like I said, like I used to enjoy going to the zoo. When I was younger, seeing all the animals. I just enjoy walking around, enjoying spending time with family. But it was eye opening. Listening from a different perspective on why zoos aren't exactly the best, and hearing more information from you two. It's like, oh snap! A lot of things I didn't actually think about before. And
Here's
then I guess I'm gonna pivot over to a similar topic, sitting on that.
I actually have one more.
Yeah, go for it.
Uh, SeaWorld.
SeaWorld.
What do you guys think about SeaWorld?
I don't think I've been to SeaWorld.
Have you seen anything on it?
I don't believe so. The only thing, the closest I've been to is probably like the California Institute of Science.
Um,
And
SeaWorld, in all senses of the matter, are worse than zoos.
how so?
They keep orcas, whales, dolphins in pools.
Mm, tiny little,
A-
tiny
And
little.
yeah, an animal that's supposed to be able to roam miles upon miles upon miles per day, and they're stuck in a pool. Any photo you see of an orca that's in SeaWorld, their top fins will always be bent, curled. That means they are extremely unhealthy and depressed
Ooh,
because they're not meant to be there. But
okay. Yeah.
SeaWorld is legitimately proven to be a facility that only cares about the money they take in. They are not nonprofit.
Ooh, yeah. More as the term corporations are.
Yes.
Ooh, truly a shame.
I'll stick with my Pier 39 aquarium.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like
Aquariums are fine, but like you don't need to keep a whale in a pool, man.
You don't need to keep a whale in general
Yeah, just let them.
or sharks.
Like I get
Just
it
give
gets tricky if they can't be released to the wild, but it also gets tricky because how does one come in possession of an orca besides
that's a
taking
good
it from
question.
its environment and forcing it into a pool?
You're
So
coming with me now.
you get the injured one, sure, but they can stay in a pool while they heal. They don't need to be kept.
Where is SeaWorld located, actually?
There's one in Florida, I
Uh-huh.
believe.
there's one in San
And
Diego.
yeah, there's one in San Diego too. The San Diego one is the one that gets the most shit because they do some very questionable things that aren't good.
Aren't ethical. Okay, yeah, I can see it.
They're
Um,
not ethical in the slightest.
right. And then we moved over to like aquariums are good. At least I have that. At least I can go to an aquarium without feeling too bad. Because like I said, I went to the California Institute of Science, and they had like a pretty nice aquarium section that I actually enjoyed. They also had like a small little like I guess I'm gonna call it the rainforest sphere. That was really cool. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it, either of you two. You might have heard about it, right?
I don't know. I haven't been there.
Well, that one's way more open space. Um, pretty humid. I
San
not a
Diego Zoo has it too, where it's like a giant rainforest canopy.
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, I can't really explain it too well
Or at
because I'm
least
not
something
into
similar.
but yeah, it's just a giant like sphere, and inside is like a tropical climate for like toucans, other like budgie type birds. They even had spiders just chilling in there, like obviously do not touch or whatever, but uh I can't tell because I'm not an animal expert if the animals are happy or sad or whatever. But I like to think that they were content with since they're birds and whatnot. And they did
Mm,
have like open space, which
yeah, birds, spiders, snakes. Much easier to keep in those kinds of conditions, I think, because birds are very social creatures. They love to be around people and other animals.
oh yeah, there were a ton of birds. Yeah, like there were two toucans. I assume were married at that because they were always like sitting next to each other, like looking
Yeah,
around and looking at the weird humans walking by.
a coupled pair.
Yeah,
Um,
and like I said, sorry, that was like another small tangent, but like I said, like aquarium. I enjoyed the aquarium that they had there. It looked wonderful. We're not sponsored by them, but I
We'd love to be.
yeah.
yeah,
Who
sponsor
knows?
us. I want to go to the
Maybe in the
aquarium.
future. You never know. I mean, they're already like famous as it is, but if they want to support the podcast with viewers I can count on one hand, we'd be very happy.
It's just the
Uh,
three of us.
yeah, I could talk about their aquarium alone for the remainder of the podcast, potentially. And not to mention the other amazing exhibits that they have over there. See, I'm about to like pivot over to just the Golden Gate State Park, which, I mean, we could, or we could go back to like the original topic we had at hand.
We'll do something a little more relatable because Ali's not from the Bay.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Yeah.
I don't live in California, Stinky.
Yeah, sorry, I keep
The
forgetting.
poopy.
Hey,
That's
hold
too
on.
No, excuse me. You
Uh-huh.
guys need to move to Oregon. It's better here. We actually get more than 2 seasons.
Hey.
Multiple
We got all 4 seasons. Just depends on where you live.
I mean, summer's getting longer, but that doesn't mean anything.
I think that's just global warming. Danny.
Summer's getting longer, falls are getting shorter, springs are
fall
getting
and
shorter.
winter's getting shorter, man.
That's just
Like,
that's just
jeez.
global warming.
Winter's my favorite season, and it sucks seeing it get like shortened.
Yeah, depends. I mean, this last year it rained a lot.
I mean, it did. You're right.
And here in Southern California, it rained for longer than the last few years that I've been here.
Okay. Things are looking up for us. It's fine. Whatever. I know, like California has like that stigma of what? How do I put it in the best way possible? I mean, I live here. I can say, like, theoretically, I can say what I want. I lived here all my life. But I guess like the stigma of it's not exactly the best place to be for various reasons. I will hold strong on the fact that sure, the majority of people here have the stereotype of not exactly being pleasant, and we also get that funny stereotype with like we suck at driving. But
it's like that everywhere.
exactly. But I will always hold firm that the scenery here is to die for. Like, Ali wouldn't know, maybe the viewers, the 3 viewers that are watching, they wouldn't know about Bodega Bay, my all-time favorite place to be, because just right by the coast, you get to see the ocean. There's some cliff sides you can see where the beautiful waves crash against it. Me personally, I love colder weather, as probably you can infer when I said I loved winter. In Bodega Bay, it's typically overcast, nice and windy, nice and cool, and I just love it. And when the sun does shine out there, oof, makes everything look so much more majestic. And I would like to imagine that that's all along the coast too. And
Marin Headlands is like that. I like the Marin Headlands more than Bodega.
I haven't been there. I'll have to visit.
It's next to Sausalito.
I think you guys would love Newport Beach here. Because
I was about to say, there's Newport Beach is down here in Southern California.
No, Newport Beach here in Oregon. When you go to Newport Beach here, it's a beautiful scene. The water's beautiful, but you also get the fact that no matter where you go, if you go to any of the docks or any of the coastlines, there will be sea lions and seals everywhere.
I get plenty of those in San Francisco. I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
San Francisco. I was gonna say,
But
like,
they just
all over the pier.
Yeah, they just chill.
They sunbathe and then they go back into the big waters.
You have the Sea Lion Caves on Newport Beach, which I've only been in once and I will never go into again because I'm afraid of elevators, but
Excuse me?
Dude, I have a funny, like, my brother, when he was younger, him and his like friends in elementary school, they would have the time of their lives in elevators, because like, every time it would go down, they'd start jumping up and down.
That breaks
Small
elevators.
little, you know, the little I gotta throw up, alley. A small little high from doing that, and it was like just fun.
I don't know if you guys would know this because you've never been in an elevator with me. I have an actual phobia of elevators. I will take stairs wherever I go, even if I have to climb 15 stories, which I have done before.
I mean, I like to take stairs just because it's healthier and gives me a reason to like burn the 2 or 3 extra calories. But Yeah, even when I was a kid too, I like to jump up and down in the elevator when it went down.
That's how you break elevators.
I know I was a child. I don't know what you want from me other than an apology.
Stop being a child.
Okay, well, I can't. I'm a child at heart.
Remember,
I will always build
this is not a
Legos.
podcast for children.
Fuck, I gotta leave then.
Oh
Just
yeah,
kidding.
you're just a boy.
I'm checking. That's why I'm Danny Boy, the boy.
The boy.
But yeah, the Sea Lion Caves in Newport Beach, you have to go into a very small elevator, and I believe you have to go 200 to 300 feet down.
Nice. An adventure, if you will.
And it's a very rickety elevator. And I've
Oh,
only
it
been
sounds
in
more
it.
fun.
No. I've only been in it
Yeah,
once,
this sounds fun.
and the entire time I was like, this is where I die. I'm going to die here.
Tell mother I said goodbye.
I was with my mom. I was like
Oh
almost
shit.
in hysterics.
Mother
And
goodbye.
she was
This is it.
I was almost in hysterics, and she was like, it's all right. Take a deep breath.
Speaking of your mom, I have to bring this up for context. Like the story you told me or us of how she was trying to teach you how to like defend yourself and she ended
Oh
up
my
like
god.
roundhouse kicking you in the face.
Yeah, when I was like 10.
Yeah, I like to imagine that like she's also panicking and she's like, Ali, come down, Ali, come down, and all of a sudden she just roundhouse kicks you again and just knocks you out to calm you down. She goes, yeah, that's how
Yeah.
it's done. Oh, she looks down and says, ooh,
No, she's just going for little nappies.
yeah.
She's all tuckered out.
She's just a little tuckered out. It's fine. Don't mind
Oh.
us. Other 6
Yeah,
people and
yeah,
an
they're just
elevator
looking on
attendant.
why, like, oh my god. Now they're starting to panic. Let us out. She's crazy. And then 1, 2, 3 little roundhouse kicks, 4 little 5 little 6 little kicks. And then like when they actually get down there and the attendant is there, they go, hello what
They're just a little tired. They're just a little
Allie's mom in
sleepy.
the center of this fucking elevator with like 10 unconscious people on the ground of the elevator.
They're just a little eepy.
Yeah.
That's it.
They needed a nap.
I will say I don't know if you guys have these. The one bad thing about the Oregon coast is we have sand fleas. Like a lot of them.
I'm sorry, what?
Whoa.
Sand flows?
With the
Sand fleas.
Sand fleas?
So while you're walking around on the beach, you'll start feeling itchy all over your legs.
Uh-huh.
And when you get off the beach and you get back in your car, you look down, you're covered in these little, like your legs are just covered in these little red bumps.
Ew.
So legit actual fleas.
Yeah, they're kind of shitty. It depends on which parts of the beach you go to, but I believe I've been to Rockaway the most, and that's where I have the most issue with them.
No, I like the California coast better. I haven't been bitten by fleas before.
I've never had it in like Seattle or Lincoln City or Astoria, any of those places, but in Rockaway they're abundant.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna hold firm and say like California coast is the way to go.
I will say if you do go to an Oregon beach, I actually changed my mind. You should go to Lincoln City because they have like a huge ass mall next to the beach or like a strip place, and it's got like a merry-go-round and like arcades,
Just
a
like
bunch of
fun
other
little
fun
area.
shit to do.
Okay, well, if I ever go to Oregon, I'll be sure to remember this. Which is funny because I have gone to Oregon once. Like my dad wanted to go to Portland, Oregon, and he invited the whole family.
What a weird place to want to go.
Sand fleas are not fleas or bugs. They are tiny little crustaceans.
Crustaceans, huh? Even
Yeah.
better. Regardless, I don't think I'm going to be visiting Oregon coastlines anytime soon. No offense, Ellie.
Oh, they don't bite
offended.
people.
And what the fuck's biting me when I go to the beach? I was always told it was sand fleas.
Gnats, midgets, or blood-feeding sandflies. They
Oh my
can leave
god. That
welts
sounds like
and red itchy bumps.
blood-feeding sandflies to me, Ellie.
Damn, I've been lied to my whole life.
Oh, maybe just misinformed. Isn't that how like most mythology came about? Like they couldn't explain what a tornado was or a hurricane, so they just attributed it to like gods being angry.
Probably.
Yeah, it says any bites that you get on the beach is most likely from a midge or sandfly.
I knew it. Called it sandfly.
Good to know. I've learned things today.
Yeah, you owe an
The power
apology
of
to the
Google.
Sand Fleet community.
Yeah, just besmirching their names.
Yeah, exactly, giving them a bad name.
Well, I don't really care.
Okay,
I'm
fair enough. Moving on.
We're gonna lose our Sand Fleet listeners.
good. I'm
Sorry,
allergic
no.
to
Sand
them.
Fleas.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the same sand fleas that like try to save you from being bitten
By the sandflies.
by the sandflies.
Now the Sandflies have won. They've
Yeah.
won their battle. They have conquered the Sand Fleas.
Yeah.
You're gonna let a whole species of tiny little constrictions die, Ali?
All it
What
takes to
good do
save
they
them
do?
is
The
one apology and
Just one
donating
apology?
$1 to this podcast.
Tell me what good they do for our environment.
Oh damn, she's bringing up the big hard-hitting questions. Harpreet,
You got Google? What do
answer
they
it.
do for us?
They clean up the beach.
Oh nice. Oh wow, Ali, you're
They feed
losing this
on
one.
dead kelp that washes the shore.
You are losing
Then
this
I
battle, Ali.
apologize to the sand fleas.
They are also
Yeah.
filter feeders, so they clean the ocean.
Wow, they're actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow, Ali.
I just said I was sorry.
She did. I will be the witness.
What do they do for the environment? Now you're questioning them?
I don't know anything about them. I was just
Ali.
asking.
Ali. Ali has besmirched the names of the sand fleas. Who aren't really fleas? They're just they're just tiny little guys.
Yeah, just doing their work, doing their job.
They jump and they clean. That's what they do.
Oh my goodness. Anywho, moving away from that,
Why
the
don't
the
we go
beauty
back? Why don't we go back?
to what? To what?
You never answer the question of what makes a good name.
Well, that's what I was gonna like circle back to. That's what I was saying. All right, moving on.
Oh yeah, but
Okay.
you have to answer it now.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were, and then we got a sidetracked. We're finally going back to the original topic at hand. I hope the viewer enjoyed
They
listening
probably think we're
to.
crazy.
I mean, it's true. I did mention,
Listen.
in my credit, I did mention that, or we should probably go back to the original topic, but we didn't. You're saying, Ali, some?
Neurodivergency.
Yeah, I guess this is a neurodivergent podcast because we
So
have
if you got-
Ali.
Yeah, if you got ADHD, you'll probably like it.
Welcome to episode 1, dear viewer, or ers, depending on how many people clicked onto this.
I'm gonna put this at the beginning now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What?
Starting from here, this is the beginning.
Why?
What's a good? What makes a name good?
Okay, so
Danny?
we're gonna ignore me. All right, back to the main topic at hand. What makes a good name? And that is a good question. And I would like to propose the idea that it depends, right? For a name, like just a human being's name, like where did they even come from to begin with? Like, I guess my name, when I'm middle school, I had to do a research on my name and what it means. And if I remember correctly, it's like God's judge? No, because only God can judge. Something like that. Judged by God or something like that? I don't know. But it's for some names it's all, religious based, or for Harpreet, what about your name? Where does it originate from? Or what does it mean, if it means anything?
It comes from a holy book.
Ah, there you go. See? Like a lot of names, funny enough, have like religious backgrounds, and I guess like more modern day individuals don't really realize that. Ali, what about your name? Ali,
No.
yeah, whatever. What's the backstory to your name?
Well, I mean, my full name, which we will not say here,
Mm-hmm.
means hope in some Spanish languages, I believe. At least the way it's spelled. But my mom did not want to name me that. She wanted to name me Militia. She wanted me to be a small army that could take care of myself.
I had no idea militia meant that. Oh no!
They're in
For some reason, I
America.
meant when you said the name, I thought MELISSA.
No, she
I didn't
wanted
Melissa?
to.
realize you meant militia, the actual like militia term, Militia.
Yeah, she wanted to name me militia, like a small army.
Great. Now the audience is gonna think I'm dumb.
We're all a little
Anywho.
dumb.
Anywho.
Speak for yourselves.
Whatever, Mr.
Har-
Producer, Editor, CEO, HR,
Totally not an engineer. Totally not an engineer.
Harpreet's the
possibly,
smartest of us all.
potentially, maybe not an engineer.
Maybe
Harpreet.
not. Totally not. Definitely.
But actually, sticking with this topic, how did your parents come up with your names? I'll go first, right? The doctor came up to my parents, right, after I was born. I was tiny little Danny boy in like a little like baby swab or whatever you call him. And the doctors came, all right, well, your son has been born. What are you gonna name him? And my parents, right, they were like, we'll take a little bit of time. And they were gonna name me Leonardo originally after
Esteban.
No, not Esteban. Leonardo after my grandfather. But for some reason they decided, maybe not. So what did they do? They said, we don't know, doctor. So they gave them a book. They went down the names like, oh, Daniel. That sounds kind of cool. We'll take that. And that's how I got my name.
We'll take one Daniel, please.
Yeah, exactly. Like ordering
I'd
for
like to order a Daniel.
Oh, Daniel sounds nice. Do you like that? Yeah, sounds good. All right, doctor,
Sounds-
we'll have Daniel.
We'll have Daniel, yes.
And that's how I came to be with my name.
We'll have a one Daniel
Yeah,
for this baby boy.
Yeah, this baby boy shall be hence known as Daniel. And to his friends, he will be known as Danny Boy, apparently.
Danny, sometimes not the boy.
Should I be offended? Put up another poll. Should I be offended, audience?
Or Daniel.
Yeah, my full given name, it sounds weird to me now because I'm so used to Danny or Dan. But
Dan the man, Danny the boy.
my freaking coach used to call me Dan the Man. Which was funny because his like arch nemesis, like a coach from a different school, was he also called Dan the Man. So I don't know if there was like some poeticism to it or what.
He did not like you.
No, he did. I was one of his favorites. I mean,
Pretty
I wasn't
sure.
good at the sport.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, yeah.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
100%?
Yeah.
Positively, stupendously?
Okay. He definitely did like me. Maybe not his top 10, but he definitely did like me. I know that for a fact.
You're in like his top 100?
Does he know 100 people? I'm saying maybe top 50. Because he doesn't even like most of his family members. Or he didn't. I don't know where he's at right now anymore.
It's kind of sad.
And to finish off my story, well, he's an old Navy dude. Good man.
Is that why you joined the Navy?
I didn't join the Navy. I joined the Army.
Is that why you joined the Air Force?
Okay, now you're just getting offensive for no reason whatsoever.
Is that why you're a Marine?
Dude, I do not have the cojones to be a Marine. Thank you very much.
You don't like eating crayons?
I haven't given them a try, and you know what they say, don't knock it till you try it, so I reserve right to hold judgment
There's
on
probably like some scented ones that taste like blueberries.
I've eaten
Maybe.
crayon before.
that. I've heard rumors that a Marine's favorite
Excuse me?
what? A Marine's favorite color to eat is red, apparently. And this is
Red,
not
like
us
the blood of their
bashing-
enemies?
What? Yeah, maybe. Again, that's a good theory. I would say so, but
All they
again,
see is
dear
red.
viewers, we are not bashing on the Marines. I have nothing.
No,
but
no,
respect
I
for
love the
them as a
Marines.
military
They're-
man myself.
They're funny.
Oh, they're extremely funny.
Love me some Marines.
As far as I can tell, like from the base branches you can join, they're the toughest. I probably would have broken in Marine boot camp.
Technically
if I
part
went
of-
there.
They're technically part of the Navy, right? They're part
Yeah,
of
yeah, they are,
the part
they are.
or office of the Navy or whatever.
I don't know how they became technically their own thing, their own sovereign entity, but that's history that I am unaware of.
But hey, the Marines have their own. Like I saw something like every branch has. Well, okay, hold on. It was
Mhm.
the U.S. Air Force is #1 Air Force in the world. Then it's like the Russian Air Force, and then it's the Naval Air Force, the U.S. Naval Air Force. Then it's the U.S. Marine Air Force.
I'm sorry,
for,
what
like-
is this? like the
for
air.
like the top air forces in the world.
Oh,
So it's the United States Air Force, then it's the Russian Air Force, like by like number of planes or whatever.
okay.
It's the United States Air Force, then it's the Russian Air Force, then it's the United States Navy, and then it's the United States Marines
Damn, the
or Army or
has.
something.
I mean, we have planes. I mean, maybe we're not top 10, but
Yeah, I think it was Army and then it was Marines. And I was like, okay, so the US has 4 of the top 5 air forces in the world.
yeah. And
Like, how is that possible? How is that possible?
you're asking the wrong individual, my friend. I'm
Why
in the
does the
Army.
Air Force just have it?
I have too much.
Why does the Army have to have their own Air Force? Their own planes?
I mean, I guess transport. I guess we can't really rely on the Air Force all the time, so we got to get our own transportation going. But that's besides the point. Jeez, Luis, where were we? I lost track. You keep doing this to me.
Names.
Names, of course, names. So, right. Let me end off like my story. How the hell did we get from names to talking about the military? Harpreet, only you could do this.
I
Anywho,
don't think I'm the only one here who's neurodivergent.
I don't even know how we
it's
managed to like get off
passing
track.
off. It's passing off.
Okay, yeah. Stop.
It's spreading, Ali.
Ali,
I'm
Ali, what have you
contagious.
done to us?
patient zero over there. But I'm gonna end my story on how I got my name with the fact that eventually my parents named my brother Leonardo. They gave him the title of my grandfather's name. And they just gave him a better name overall for a middle name. No, I think I like Daniel. Like I love my name.
What's your middle name?
I refuse to say because I don't
Okay.
like it.
Are you Triple D?
No, dude, that'd be funny, but no.
Are you Dad?
I am actually. That's
You are Dad. Okay.
Your initials are Dad?
It's better than High School Musical.
I guess. I don't know. I never watched that.
My initials are HSM, so.
Oh, that's what you meant. I didn't know. Because I don't know your middle name, but epic. Do a
My
little song
initials
and
don't
dance for me
spell
real
out.
quick. High School Musical. He's
Gotcha.
joking.
Get your head in the game. Gotcha.
Get your
You
head
could
in the
have
game.
you could have gone
Uh-huh.
with the easy one and been like High School Musical.
No.
That's too
That's
easy.
that's too easy for me.
Yeah, Harpreet has standards, you see.
Elevated standards.
But yes, okay. Well, we'll end it there. That's my story of how I got my name, and it's literally just by chance. They went down a menu, and just like, yes, Daniel sounds rather good. I'll have that, please. And they freaking slapped a sticker on my forehead. Right,
Got
that's
a little
Daniel right there.
barcode.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
little
a
barcode.
barcode. Yeah, just like a sticker that says Daniel on my forehead.
This is Daniel.
Yeah, and
Here
that's how
you
it came
go.
to be. All right, we'll go down in order. Harpreet, your turn. How did your parents come up with your name?
My parents didn't name me.
What the heck? Who named you? God?
My grandma.
Oh, your grandmother. That's nice. How did she come up with a name?
So me and my brother both got our names from the religious text.
Mm-hmm.
So they literally I don't even understand how they did it. They just went to a certain page and they looked at the first like couple of words and like, there's Harpreet.
Harpreet sounds nice. Yes. I'll have this. I'll take this. I'll take the Harpreet, please.
So a different kind of menu, but a menu nonetheless.
Oh, well, that's fun.
It's a menu with run-on sentences.
Regardless, pretty much similar to me, where the parents didn't really think about it too much. Like, I don't know, and they got a list of names. Like, oh, that one sounds nice, and chose it. What about you, Ali?
My mom wanted to name me Militia.
Yes, you mentioned that. Yeah.
I think the way it went was my dad initially misheard her and heard my name. Whatever. He heard Alicia. So he was like, oh, I like that. And she tried to correct him and be like, oh, no, I was saying Militia. And he was like, no, I like Alicia better.
And that's how it was. I was like, cool. So
My
your
name was
mother already had something in mind, and it had
yeah,
poeticism to it, you know?
well, it could have also been Autumn
Autumn's a
or
cool name.
August, something like that.
Autumn,
My
August, something.
my mom is a bit of a hippie, so
No, I think I like the mindset for that, you know, like Militia. She had a reasoning behind it. Would I have named my child Militia? No, but she had a good reasoning for it, and I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, then yeah, mm, they chose a more, I guess, traditional name. I'll put it. Uh,
I it felt weird, but sure.
the effort was there. Okay, so that's cool. Now, while we're on there, like I already said, I like my name. Harpreet, you like your name?
I'm indifferent.
Close enough. Ali, do you like your name?
You no.
No? We got all three different answers. Yes, I like my name. I don't really care. And no, I don't like my name.
Well, I don't like my name because everybody always gets it wrong. I prefer Allie because it's simple, it's easy. People don't call me 30 million different things because they can't decide how it's
No,
pronounced based on how it's spelled.
they're gonna spell Ally with A-L-L-Y.
Dude,
My ally.
A-L-L-I-E.
Yeah,
no,
my ally.
that's
Ali, my
whatever.
ally.
That's whatever to me because even if I tell someone,
A-L-Y.
hey, my name's Allie, then, it's Allie, it's whatever. But if I tell someone, hey, my name's Alicia, it's spelled differently every time, or if you read Allie, it's always Allie. But if you read Alicia the way it's spelled, people will always be like, Alicia? Alicia? Alicia?
Oh,
Alicia?
yeah?
I have heard that
That's
before.
gross.
I've heard Alicia, and
A leaky alley?
Alicia,
I
Jeez
did not
Louise.
know.
Yeah.
Alicia, Alicia, Alicia. No one ever actually calls me Alicia when they read that. It's always like five different things first.
I could have sworn I got it the first time. And then I immediately the next day proceeded to pronounce it incorrectly.
No, you got it wrong the first time.
Oh, dang.
You read
Because I
it and you
remember
said
playing.
Alicia.
Oh, yeah, I did. I said, yeah. Yeah, I think I did. And then when you actually told me, like, ain't no way. I've never heard it like said that way, but spelled this way.
I've also had one person
Mhm.
call me Olivia once.
Oh, they just gave up. They just gave up. They
For
saw
some
L-I. Like,
reason,
oh.
for some reason, they thought the C was a V, and so they're like, "Oh, Olivia." It just felt weird, and I was like, "Huh?
They changed the A to an O or what?
No, it's just the same spelling,
Alivia?
but with a Olivia." Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Just think
But yeah,
about it. So many ways to spell the same name.
I used to also, when I was a kid, I didn't spell my nickname Allie. I spelled it A-L-Y.
A-L-Y. I mean, you're a kid.
A-L-Y.
Yeah, but then as I got older, I was like, "Why the fuck am I doing this?"
A-L-E-E. A-L-E-E. Allie.
Well, no matter
Ali.
what, no matter.
I've always known it spelled as A-L-L-I-E.
The fuck?
Yeah, that's how I've known. That's how I knew it. But when I met Ali, it's like, oh, well, that's easier to spell. 3 letters is all it takes.
Because it's only part of my name.
Yeah.
But I have genuinely thought, I was telling this to Harpreet recently, I've genuinely thought about legally changing my name. So
I
that
mean,
way
yeah,
people won't get it wrong anymore.
that is up to you. Your final call. Me, I'm happy with my name. I'll keep it as is. Harpreet doesn't care about his name.
I will forever be Harpreet.
I did almost change my name to Lily
Oh, Lily.
when I was in high school because my mom used to call me Lily growing up.
Hmm.
And then my aunt had a baby and named her Lily, even though she knew my mom called me Lily. So we were like, well,
You lost that privilege.
it's no longer mine.
Yeah, my cousin's daughter, her name is Lily. And I was gonna, like, if I ever had a child, like a daughter, that was gonna be my first pick for the name Lily.
Mm.
Because it just sounds pretty. I love it.
I
But
like
after she named her daughter that, I was like, man, I can't call my I can't call my child that. It's like I'm stealing it from her, even though I probably thought of it first, or maybe I didn't. Who knows? So I can't do that anymore. Back to the drawing board.
I always like the name Zofia with like a Z.
Yeah.
Sophia.
I like
Zofia.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like Josephine.
Okay, that's Joseph Joestar.
Josephine,
Well,
Josephina, because it's also a name that if you have a daughter who ever decides, hey, I would like to be a man, actually, you can shorten it to Joey.
In Spanish, it's like there's Jose and Josefina. So if they want,
Same thing, yeah.
they could change it to Jose
Yeah, I like.
A bunch of Indian names are just for
or
both.
Josie.
Like my name
Yeah.
could be a girl's name.
They do that in like Asian countries too, don't they? I know
Mhm.
Japan they do that too.
In Korea too.
Yeah, they have like even in America, right? Like Riley could be like a male or female, masculine,
Kelly.
feminine.
Jordan.
Kelly. Oh, Kelly.
Jordan. Morgan.
Morgan, that's true. I guess if you spell Danny with an I instead of a Y, it's technically feminine somehow.
I knew Danny.
Danielle.
Yeah, Daniela. Just add an A to the end of my name. There you go.
Well, you could just do E at the end. Danielle.
Oh, that's true. The 2 L's and an E.
Yeah. And there's still Danny.
That is true. What other ones are there? I can't think of any right now. But Riley was definitely the one that struck out the most. Probably because the that one movie by Pixar.
I've known
Inside
too
Out.
many.
Inside Out.
I know a bunch of Morgans now.
I've actually never met a Morgan other than your pup.
Oh yeah.
You never
I
met
my
his.
dog.
Well, I
You haven't
haven't
met my dog,
You
yeah.
know what I mean. I know of his pup.
I would.
You
I
would
don't
what?
think. I don't think anybody has the names of any of my pets. I mean,
You
that's not
you
true.
name your pets after Greek gods, right?
Most of them.
There's other
I
pets
guess.
that name.
Oh, that's true.
So
Yeah, other pets. Like my cousin's dog, she named her Doberman Athena.
Mhm.
yeah, one of my friends had their German Shepherd, also named Athena.
Well, I was more talking about people.
Oh, right. Well, not many
Um,
people would name their children after Greek gods.
Athena's probably.
Athena's close. I don't think anybody would. I also, I guess, have Alice and Jasper.
Yeah, people
Oh,
are
actually, I
named
know a
Alice and
Jasper.
Jasper. I know
Yeah,
an Alice.
but they're also named after Twilight characters. So.
Oh, those years of your life, eh?
I used to like Twilight, man. And then I
There's
realized how
nothing
bad it
wrong
was.
Okay. I was gonna say there's nothing wrong with it, you know, you have your own literary taste and like, but it sucked, and I know it. Like, okay, cool.
If
I don't have
reading
to
it
hold
as
back
an
anymore.
adult, it's easier to see like, hey, Edward has a lot of red flag tendencies.
Yep.
He's kind of a walking red flag.
Yep. But you know, it sold. Whoever the author was made a ton of
Stephanie
money.
Meyer.
Stephanie Meyer made a ton of money off
Did
of
you know that that book originally started as a fan fiction between her and the lead singer of My Chemical Romance?
That is so cringe.
That's how Twilight started.
Like, you can't see me, dear viewer, but I did in fact cringe a little in my seat when I heard that. Oh.
I had to step away.
Like, I think they did the same thing with the Acolyte from Star Wars, from what I hear. This hasn't been confirmed, obviously. So this is all allegedly, all right? Like, essentially, yeah, her, like, what's her face? Whatever. The director for the Acolyte from Star Wars pretty much did her own thing and her own fan fiction for it, pretty much.
I haven't seen The Acolyte.
Oh, Velma, the Velma show. That one was definitely a self-insert, apparently, from whoever.
Dude,
That.
that show was a trash fire.
We know. Dear viewer, I believe you know as well. And if you happen to be the one viewer that enjoys the Velma show, well, we might be your enemy already.
I think you need
I never
better
watched it.
taste. I never watched it, but I saw clips of it, and that's all I needed to see.
I don't remember. I think I blocked it out of my memory.
It's so bad.
I never watched it. I watched like one of my favorite
Is that the
reviewers.
one where like Shaggy's
Norville. Yeah,
Norville, yeah,
Norville,
Norville.
Shaggy.
Yeah,
Norville,
it's
Shaggy.
Scooby's
Last name.
woman.
Scooby's a woman?
Okay.
Yeah, he's dating. She's dating Shaggy, I believe.
Okay, we're done talking about this. I've heard enough of Velma, and
They changed my poor boy.
No, jeez. We're done. We're done talking about
Ooby
that.
dooby doo.
Scooby Dooby Doo, what happened to you?
You're not the same.
Puppy now.
Thanks for finishing that.
Yeah. So how's he gonna finish this? I'll help. Oh, good God. Sorry, I got off topic again. Where were we?
Names.
Still names. Oh, right, like what? Perfect. So again with the name, right? Like me. If I were to ever have a child, right? I would probably name them because I think my favorite name would have been Jason because I think it just sounds pretty cool.
Mason.
Mason, close enough. Mason, Jason.
The numbers.
Yeah. So for
The
male, like
numbers, Mason.
Jason
they
or
mean?
Damien, those two, are, in my opinion, are the coolest names
Damien.
I've ever heard. What's wrong with Damien? Go ahead, tell me.
I don't know, just think about D&D now.
Oh, right. Dear viewer, I apologize ahead of time. We're also nerds. I actually got
Gamers.
gamers, nerds, whatever. But
We're dumb.
we're also
We're
also
degenerate.
Oh
Okay,
no.
sorry. Are we selling
Okay.
ourselves, or are we like
Okay.
preventing ourselves from being
I'm
sold?
cringing.
Oh my God! What are you doing? Our podcast, it's going up in flames. Anywho,
Before our own eyes.
as I mentioned,
And ears.
I'm surprised you guys didn't expect this.
who's
We're
you
degenerate.
guys?
Yeah.
Who is you guys?
You two.
I
I
came onto this
expected this to
podcast
immediately
knowing
get derailed.
I came on full knowing all of us. I knew full well where this was going to devolve into, and I happily joined, and that will not change.
Makes good content.
Let me go back to what I was saying, you off trackers.
Let me
Although
go
I
back.
did it like 2 times. As I prefaced
Time to
earlier,
go back.
Harpreet, I'm gonna drop kick you right in the face.
Do
Anyway.
it.
You're lucky I can't do it virtually.
I'm not scared.
Jesus. It's like the Guardians of the Galaxy Infinity Wars scene with like Dave Bautista like being like on the ground, Tony Stark pointing a gun at him, right? They're at a standstill, right? And Star-Lord and Iron Man like have one hostage each.
Spoilers, by the way.
I can't believe
Yeah,
it
you
took
still
me
haven't watched that yet?
No, I'm saying for any viewer that may or may not watch, hey, spoilers ahead. Maybe
Oh, great.
if you want to know that, do not
That's
listen for a little bit.
if
Skip
they
for like
haven't
the next couple
seen
minutes.
one of a good film in a long time, just because it's been out for a while now.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Spoiler alert. Yeah, there's a scene right there. Dave Bautista on the ground being threatened to shoot, and eventually he's like, "Do it, Will. I can take it." It's like pretty much the equivalent of like a laser being pointed at his face. Like that's what you're doing to me, Harpreet, right now. I have a laser in your face, and you're insisting that I fire.
Do it.
Kill me. Do it.
Do me the favor.
End my pain and suffering.
Again, I derailed it. Where were we?
Names.
Names.
I know names. It was specifically about names.
We were talking
John-
about the origins of our names.
And then you went. We're
Oh,
now
right, what
going
we
into
think are
children's
the cool-
names.
Yeah, no, well, children's names. I guess that's jumping it too far, but I guess what you guys think are the coolest names first and foremost. Obviously, me first, I would name my child after what I thought was the coolest name. For a male, it would have to be Jason or Damien. Now I remember why I prefaced it with like we're nerds, because I got those two names directly from Batman, Jason Todd and Damian Wayne. I think they're really cool names. What about you, Harpreet? You go next.
Names aren't cool.
What do you mean?
Names aren't cool. Like names are
Says
just
you.
names. They're just a way to refer to somebody or something. I don't think personally don't think there's cool names. I think there's nice names. But
Okay,
like
well, what's a nice enough name that you would name your child then? How's that? Or you would even...
Zofia.
Oh, right, you did mention that earlier. Zofia. What's the second
Zofia with a Z.
one? Second one?
I don't have a second one.
Too bad. I came up with two. You got to come up with two. You've had to heard some really cool names or really nice names in your life. Like, I'll put one out. I thought Elizabeth, right? That's a really regal name in my opinion.
Eliza, not Elizabeth. Eliza.
Eliza, okay. That works too.
Like, I would personally prefer to have daughters if I had kids. I don't want a son.
Really? Why is that?
There's a lot more that you have to put into a son, I think, to instill them with better values.
Perhaps. I'm not a father myself, so I would not know.
That's what I feel like, because at least from what I know, you either have to have guys that are the same, that have been, sort of well-mannered together, for them to like sort of grow and continue to be well-mannered, other than, them joining up with other people that are less well-mannered. I mean, I guess the same thing goes for girls. Girls are in the same boat as well. I just think it would be easier to raise a daughter than a son.
All right. You know what? That's fair.
I know it has its own difficulties, separate. But I want to raise a daughter that's kick-ass.
Yeah. Bring back the tomboys. The tomboy era.
Tell the man no.
Yeah.
And then if he doesn't take it, kick him in the balls.
There you go.
Kick his ass. Teach them.
Kick his ass.
Teach them martial art.
Yeah, there you go.
Get him into karate. Get him into, sports at a younger age.
Nah, fuck it. Teach your Krav Maga. Break the male. Break the person.
I wish I had.
I want my daughter to be able to flip a man.
Yeah.
My son, if I had a son, it's not like I treat them worse. It's just that I'd have more fun with the son.
Yeah. Son, we're playing baseball.
We're playing.
Or son, we're climbing that tree over there.
I mean, I'd still do that with the daughter. It'd be like, hey, you want to go up that tree?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna throw you up there.
Yeah, your forearm.
You have to find your way down.
Strong, kiddo. Because you're gonna need a grip onto that tree branch. Upsy daisy.
Dad, Dad, the tree branch is cracking. Yeah. I'll catch you.
Figure it out. I just better figure it out.
Figure it out.
All of a sudden, you're. Ooh. Ooh. You didn't figure it out, huh?
You good there?
Dude, you get in so much trouble with your wife. Like, you bring home your daughter in your arms, she's crying, she's like covered in leaves and dirt, and she goes, "What did you do?" Well, and then no matter what you say, it's not gonna look good. But at least she'll grow up with fun memories. Or them, whoever, son, daughter, whatever. Alright, you said female names, Harpreet. I guess we'll swap it out. So, alright, Ali, 2 male names you think are really cool.
Something I thought of before. I have girl names.
These are girl names.
Fine, you go girl names then. I'll swap it up next time, and I'll do girl names, and you guys can do male names.
We're gonna bring this back?
Well, we're not done yet, are we?
Just give me a second. I don't know. I'm kind of in the same stance as Harpreet. I don't want... If I ever had kids, I don't think... son.
Dang, okay.
Nothing against guys or whatever, it's just I relate more to women. I know what they go through. Easier for me to connect to.
I guess, like... We'll come back. Come back to me.
Another tangent. My mom almost had 3 sons. As you know, I'm the eldest. My brother, second one, and then my mother gave up on trying to have a daughter. She's like, "All right, 3 is all I'm going. With how it's going, I'm probably gonna have three gentlemen in my as my kids, and that's fine by me. And then out came my sister. Was like, yes. She had like a small celebration. Like my little sister came out. Funny story, actually. I guess we'll go off on this tangent. It was that, or I would have been the last child, because originally my mom and dad wanted at least one boy, one girl. But 3 children, that's already a lot. And that's luckily the last one happened to be my sister. But it was almost just me and the sister I almost had. I almost had an older sister, but unfortunately, as an infant, she passed away from a sickness. But
Mm.
would have been cool having an older sister, but at the same time, I just can't imagine my life without my younger siblings. You know what I mean?
I'm the same. I
Well,
almost
you wouldn't.
had an older brother.
Dang.
He was born on July 1st, 1996. I was born on July 1st in 1997.
Crazy. But yeah, it's weird circumstances, right? Like it would have been either my older sister or me, or me and my younger siblings. Crazy, very, very crazy thinking about it. Like I was guaranteed, but younger sibling, older sibling, that's where it got iffy. But I'm happy as it is. I got younger brother, younger sister, and that's good.
And I'm the youngest of 5. Or oldest of 5, sorry, and I'm...
Oh wow.
Jesus. I thought 3 was a lot.
I couldn't imagine being younger than any of them.
Same.
I'm the youngest.
Well, aren't you Mr. Lucky? I coddled my sister like a lot. Like she hates it. Well, obviously, when she was younger, she was adorable. She liked tugging back, but obviously as she got older, she's like, "Bro, I'm gonna slap you." Like, no, you won't. And then the next thing you'd hear on my back, like, she slapped my back, like, absolutely, like 5-star starfished it, and you'd hear me like, "Ah!" as I fall to the ground in pain. But that never stopped me from like, hugging her and stuff like that, like being the annoying older brother that I am.
Me and my sister never got violent with each other, but my 2 stepsisters. I watched them chase each other with sledgehammers,
Oh
knives.
Jesus, that might have led to straight up murder.
They're alive.
I
They're
hope
they
their
live
bond is
together.
very strong at least.
They live together.
Okay, yeah, their bond is strong, so it's fine. It worked out in the end.
Yeah.
Shoot. Whoopsies. We're sidetracking again. Dear viewer, I'm very sorry. We like to take different paths in life, don't we? Back to
Why go the straight and narrow when you can go the rainbow curvy, the rainbow road?
Yeah.
As a very famous son of a shepherd once said, life has many paths, Ed boy. And I like to adhere to that standard. Back to the name thing. We already went through the names that we thought were cool. Why am I the only one who's thought of both male and female names? You
I mean,
lamos.
I did when I was
I
like
like the
when I was younger, but I grew out of most of those.
I liked Zeke.
Dude, that's my dad's
Zeke
name.
and Zofia.
Zeke is my dad's name. Ezekiel.
Zeke and Zofia, double Z's.
Heck yeah, dude. Heck, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, Ezekiel was a name I always liked growing up, but
Dude, my dad hates it because no one can spell it right. So he just goes by Zeke.
Ezekiel?
Yeah, Ezekiel, yeah.
It's easy.
E.
It's
No.
easy.
Yeah, easy. It's easy to spell easy kill. No, he uses a Q.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
cool.
Ezequiel.
I guess as someone who also gets their name misspelt constantly and mispronounced, I can get it. I can get the annoyance.
Gosh, I don't know why that didn't pop up immediately. Yeah, my dad understands exactly where you're coming from. Oh man, but yeah, no, his name is cool. Ezekiel. Super cool. I love it. Would I want the name? Probably not. But I at least recognize what cool is. But yeah, good choices. For both of you, I guess the male name would be Ezekiel or Zeke, and then
Yeah, just Zeke, not Ezekiel.
yeah.
I prefer the Z's.
And again, for me, I preface this. I'm a nerd. We all like anime here. I know that already like caused a few viewers to like leave. The male name already said Jason. I think is a cool name. I first heard it I guess from Batman, pretty much Jason Todd. One of the cooler characters around. And then for female, I was always partial to the name Yui. I thought it was nice. And that's
Sounds very anime.
Yeah, that's a very
unfortunately,
Japanese name.
it's Japanese, unfortunately. Well, I don't even know why. Okay, that for better or for worse, it's Japanese. All right. Will it mesh well here in the States? Probably. I don't know. To be honest,
California, sure.
I guess. Honestly, it's the United States, right? We're
I'm
a
not-
mosh pit of different races, different cultures, backgrounds, stuff like that. So I
Ethnicities.
feel like it's fine. I mean, there have been, unfortunately, parents who've named their kids strange things that, why should I judge? Like Kanye West. What did he name his kid again? Like Northwest? Something like
yeah,
that?
her name's
Yeah,
North.
yeah, something like that. Which, yeah, unfortunately, in my opinion, it's different. But who am I to judge? At least they didn't name their kid Vagina or something like that. I know there was a movement with a feminist movement to name their male, their sons, a female body part to go against toxicity or whatever, and it just opens the door to bullying and whatnot, just low hanging fruit type of stuff. But
Yeah, I mean, there was a bunch of people who named their child Tequila,
Jesus Christ.
not after the drink, after a lady who went by Tequila.
Oh, well.
She was she had her own show way back in the day, and I think lost her mind a little bit. I don't really know what happened, but a lot
She
of
drank too
people
much
loved
tequila.
her. Dude, it was more than that.
Oh God. Well, that's a shame. Again, Tequila is a different name, in my opinion, but as I stated earlier, who am I to judge? It's not my kid. And if they're a nice individual, it is what it is. What Harpreet said, a name is just something you refer to yourself as, or you refer to as.
Okay, then on the path of names still then, what's a name that you don't like?
Like I said, there's some kids out there whose name is Vagina.
No, I mean someone you knew or someone you've
Oh.
met and you were like, oh, your parents chose to name you that?
Steve.
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 Hey, that's Minecraft's main character. How dare you?
At least make it Stephen or Stefan or something.
Stefan.
Steve? You name your kid Steve?
Oh, dude, there's a funny story about that. Someone said their name was Steven with a PH. So what they did was they changed the S to a PH, so his name was Steven. How do you fuck that up?
No, it's Steven.
Yeah, it's
Middle name with a
Yeah.
PH at the end. Last name.
Oh my God.
Steven with a PH.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if your name is Steven, but you spell it with a PH in the middle, it's like what are you doing? Isn't
Well,
it
it's
that
just a
Steph
different-
Curry's name, like Stephen Curry?
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen
Yeah,
Curry.
but there's some people who say insist it's pronounced Steven, but there's a PH. No, you're Stefan. You're Stefan. That's what your name is.
I
Add an
get
I.
you can't control what your name is. Well,
Mm-hmm.
to an extent you can.
Once you turn 18, you can change to something else. Or make
Well, with a
corrections.
parent's permission, you can do it after 14.
Oh wow.
You can also just do it by pronunciation.
Yeah.
Once you're old enough and you're like, I don't like how it's spelled, but I like how it sounds.
That is true. But as for actually, I wouldn't really know. People if they have bad names or whatever, I don't know. Because I've met just people with regular names. Victor, James, frickin' maybe Paco. I love my buddy Paco. I really do. But it's a funny name.
It's the same Paco I know.
It's a funny name. Oh yeah, you probably went to high school with him, didn't you?
I watched one of his theater performances and I fucking died. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, he told me about like a story about that, but that's neither here nor there for now. Yeah, Pac was a funny
I
name.
was surprised they didn't give him a comedy role again. At least while I was still in high school.
Who knows,
Because he
man?
was perfect. Whatever, I forgot what it was, but I remember just not being able to breathe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Pac was a funny dude. He's great. I love
It was
the
the
guy.
way he played that role, and I was like, wow.
Interesting take. Interesting take. Again, I think he still had it on, like, he still posted somewhere on YouTube, like a scene where he was like a cowboy or something. But we'll discuss that some other time. Let's focus on the task at hand, Harpreet. What about you, Ali? I'm sure you have something in mind then, a name that's weird. Steve is, I wouldn't consider it weird, but what about you, Ali? Say something.
Hold on. Do I still sound okay?
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
Audio's getting warbly on my end, but that's fine.
Now you still sound fine.
Norris.
Norris? Like Chuck Norris?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard of someone with the first name Norris before. Yeah, that one sounds
I work
interesting.
with someone named Norris.
Oh, interesting.
It might just be in part because I don't really like him that much, but Norris is a weird name for someone of this generation. It feels like an old man name to me.
It does. It does. Like you can see like an old man with a shotgun with like a straw hat. Get off my fucking lawn, kids.
Instead of a kid who doesn't
okay.
believe that global warming is a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I decided to do a Google search on the worst names.
Oh, great. You're ruining the
Oh,
mistake.
great.
But yeah, continue. I'm interested.
Beverly.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
I can see it.
Beverly. Beberly.
Beverly. Oh, God.
Beverly.
Beverly.
Or baby.
Okay, no. Just
Nope.
no. Just no. I
That's
don't
like
know who
Okay. Felony. Phelony.
I
This
love
is
that.
my son, Felony.
That sounds like more like a feminine name, but yeah, even better.
No, those are baby girl names.
Okay.
Oh
Now,
my
now I'm gonna
god.
go to some baby boy names. Boss.
Boss?
Boss
I've
baby.
heard of Boss before. I've never heard of Boss.
Adolf.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe at one point it might have been a great name, but one man with a funny mustache
Jedi.
ruined it. Okay, now that's just cringe. That's just cringe.
King.
Oh, no, actually, I have a boy name.
Yeah.
Nilbach.
That's just
Okay.
goblin backwards.
Dear listener, in case you didn't realize it quickly enough, yes.
You can name your kid the Legend.
Those are just cringe at this point, man.
Yeah, I think I went to school with a guy named Legend.
Diesel.
Yeah.
Again, these are all cringe, dude.
Oh, Tanners.
Tanner. Oh, that's another good one
Tanner.
that I
Come up with something more original. Please.
yeah.
Chad.
Nah.
Same with Chad.
Yeah, that's a little weird, but it's not that bad. Tanner definitely though. Sorry, listener,
Kyle.
if your name is Tanner. Kyle's not too bad. I mean, sure, there's like the stigma to it or the stereotype to it. But... What else?
When I went to high school, ew. I in my school alone, I think in my grade alone, there were like 7 different Tanners.
Jesus. You went to a interesting school.
Bacardi.
Yeah.
Bacardi.
Bacardi, like the alcohol.
Like the yes.
If they name someone tequila, they're gonna name somebody whiskey.
Brandy.
Brandy. Oh yeah, Brandy too. What else? I have yet to meet someone named Vodka, but I cross my fingers that I run into somebody.
Somebody's middle name.
Yeah, probably.
No, there's got to be someone out there with the name. I did
Cinnamon
know
just
someone
sounds like
named
a stripper
Cinnamon.
name, dude.
I know somebody names.
What else?
I mean, what was Kanye's kids' names?
North.
Saint. There's Saint West.
Saint West. It's a bit pretentious. If you ask me.
I think that's his
I
boy.
mean,
Just boy. Name your kid boy.
boy.
No, I think that's his son's name.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
Kanye.
saying
Well,
if someone named their child boy.
I will also say it's pretentious, but isn't Kanye West a pretty pretentious guy? Isn't he
Yeah.
kind of insane? It
So does that
tracks
give him
to
the
me.
pass? Or can
No,
I
it
not
just
call it
tracks.
pretension? Yeah. No, it does track without a doubt. But
I'm attacking with Kanye and kids.
I mean,
So
at least Kanye makes good music.
I didn't like was it Donda?
I mean,
As
not
much.
all of his songs are
I
hits, but
I
But
don't.
his older
Yeah.
songs. Fire.
Mm,
Mhm.
I've never been a fan of Kanye.
That's okay. The viewers are gonna hate you, but that's okay.
Whatever, man.
The Ali's our voice of reason.
True. But what else? I had another. I keep going with like the names. Oh shoot, we never got around to like what makes a good title because like we have names, right? Like it's hard to judge names, in my opinion, because where do they even come from, right? Like biblical terms or whatever. How can you even create a new name? Like,
Who came up with the title Adidas?
exactly,
How is that
right?
how is that the name? Or Toyota?
Exactly. Like names just come out and you just gotta somehow hope they sound cool. Toyota, in my opinion, it sounds okay. Nike, no. Adidas, don't care.
Nike's just
Under
named
Armour
after a god.
that's 2 words.
Yeah, Nike's just a god.
Oh, right. Like original names. That's tough. That one's tough.
It's also
Like how's one of the bigger airplane companies in the world called Boeing?
I know, right? Like they just say boing, like they
Yeah,
heard that
yeah.
one day, like that is what we were gonna name us. Or name ourselves.
That's a sound the plane makes when it lands.
Yeah.
Boing.
Jesus Christ.
that's the
Boing,
sound you hear
boing,
while
boing
you're
as
in a
you're landing.
Boeing. You're
Like,
just like,
please,
Boeing.
oh god.
yeah, like please, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Please fasten your seatbelts immediately. We're going to be landing in boing, boing, boing. Like the whole thing is like shaking. Everything. It's like, oh, another
We're gonna
safe
land in a
landing.
Boeing.
Yeah. Another safe landing.
Dude,
We gotta bounce off a trampoline.
Yeah.
I'm
What a
I'm
gimmick.
afraid of flying, but now like whenever I'm in a plane, if it's a Boeing, I don't take off my seatbelt. I can't get up.
I just don't take Boeings. If it's possible.
That's most planes though. They're
Yeah.
747s. They're Boeing 747s.
Well, that's a shame.
Unless you fly with a company that has Airbus.
Well, I just hope for
And
the
that's
best.
another thing. Airbus.
What the fuck is an Airbus?
That's a plane. That's a plane manufacturer.
Oh.
Well, that's just 2 words put together. Air and bus. That doesn't count. It has to be like original, like coming up with a brand new.
Yeah, but who thought that was a good name?
Oh, I mean, I think
Some Frenchman?
I guess it's simple, right? Just simple fact, like just
Like-
Well, the French are
air
gonna
and
hate
bus.
us.
Your bus is gonna be in the air. Boom, too easy. And that's all it is.
Airbus.
Yeah, at a booze.
I mean,
Okay, there's an Indian company. It's one of the biggest called Tata.
Tata.
Nice.
Like Tata or like what? Like
Tata Group.
Tata, we're flying away.
They make cars.
Oh.
They're like one of the largest like Indian companies.
Oh wow.
They own Jaguar,
Never heard of it.
the car company.
Oh, never mind. I think I do remember seeing like the hood ornaments.
yeah, it's a Jaguar.
Yeah, they're a little tiny Jaguar.
Yeah, I know now. Never mind. I know.
There's also a company in China, which when you see something made in China, likely made, or like something is being constructed by a Chinese company, it's likely from Wanda Group.
Wanda.
Sorry, it used to be owned by Tata.
Oh, they became sovereign. But I've never heard of Wanda Group before.
No, because whenever you do see Wanda Group working on something, it's just something being
never
developed
mind.
by a Chinese company.
Made in
But they're-
Tata spun it off as Jaguar Land Rover.
But Wanda Group it's an interesting company. One of the son of the guy who runs it, Wong Sutong, has a 100% win rate in League.
I'm sorry, League of Legends? Is that what you're gonna say
Yeah,
to me?
yeah, in esports like League of Legends, and it was because he played one game with the team he manages for, and they carried him through it, and then he quit.
Yeah, just so he has that 100% win rate ratio.
Yeah, he has the largest win rate in championships for League, but because he only played one game.
Coward. Whatever. I mean, he's rich. He has the money. He can do whatever he wants.
He's a nepo baby. Wangzutong is something else. That's a whole nother thing I could get into.
Exactly. We're still talking on names, Ali. Come, we went from zoos to names, or names to zoos back to names. We'll talk about the craziness of the world on a different day. But we're going back. We're gonna talk about this before we go talk about we'll finally reveal the name of our wonderful podcast.
They already know the name of
No,
the podcast.
You ruined it. You ruined it, Harpreet. You
They already
ruined
know
it.
the name.
Whatever.
I'm sorry to burst your bubble.
Yeah, it very much.
We have to
burst.
post it under a name. They're gonna know what the name is.
I mean, the first episode's going to be the name of the podcast, so.
God. No, the first name of the podcast should have been what makes a good name.
No.
Plus tangents of zoos.
Just her name.
That is so lame. You do not have the pizzazz that I possess.
Danny, we spent half of this podcast talking about
A zoo, I know.
the zoo.
A zoos. It was
About the
45
zoo.
minutes. It was less than half.
With how much I got to cut out.
I thought you said you weren't going to edit it.
That's a lie.
Oh my God, Harpreet. What more lies have you telling us?
Everything's a lie.
Oh no, we're not even on a podcast. We weren't even recording.
I'm not even recording this.
We're not even here. This is all a dream.
I'm not here. That's for
Dude,
sure.
You're just in my head.
we're gonna.
I whisper to you.
What was the question? What makes a good name? Yeah,
What makes a good title?
that was all just an elaborate way of saying just the
Why
answer
is the San Francisco Zoo called the San Francisco Zoo? Why can't they come up with a better name?
It's just straight to the point. It's San Francisco. You're in San Francisco. It's a zoo in San Francisco.
but they call the aquarium Pier 39.
Because it's in Pier 39.
Yeah, but why is it Pier 39?
Because that's the 39th pier.
Why can't it be in the other order? Why couldn't it be the opposite side? Number
Because
one.
they started on one end and went down that way.
Yeah, but why is it? What that seems arbitrary though.
What do you mean that seems arbitrary? We're America. We go left to right.
No, it could also go right to left.
It could, but we went left to
That's-
right as God
But
intended.
I mean, then why do we name certain streets north to south? First Street, Second Street, Third Street, Fourth Street, and another
Are you
town goes
implying
south to
that
north.
we did it not according to the north.
Why were cities that were founded by a bunch of Mormons have presidential names or city names?
I
and
guess
then-
they like our presidents.
I'm just asking questions.
We're
Just
still
asking questions.
you're asking the wrong questions. We're still talking about names.
Everything's arbitrary. The names are arbitrary. Titles
Okay,
are arbitrary.
There you go. Thank you. That's what I was also gonna say. You know,
But
it's-
what makes it good?
Yeah, exactly. What makes a good name? See, it's weird. That's what I was gonna loop it all the way back to until you started to curb stomp me with these random questions.
Why
At
is
the
it
end-
called the San Francisco Zoo?
At the end, I'm gonna ignore you. At the end of the day, right?
Hi.
The answer to this question, it's subjective, right? Because just like music, just like feeling or whatever, it depends on the person what they think is nice, right? First of all, how would we even come up with the names? How would we even come up with language, It's weird. It goes back far, and trying to create a new name in the hopes that it sounds cool. It's like rolling dice, you never know what you get. And at the end of the day, just what sounds good to the individual, right? Like me personally, Albert, right? It just sounds lame to me, right? Not very cool. Whereas maybe somebody else would say, "Dude, I love that name. I wish I had that name."
I mean, there's a whole grocery store chain called Albertsons.
And I will never shop there. But that is
Well,
besides
you talk about a
it
Ralph's?
It doesn't exist anymore.
it went out of business because no one liked the name.
Safeway
No, it got
absorbed it.
bought. Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. But
No, Albertsons are still around.
okay. Well, besides the point.
They're not in Oregon anymore. I don't think.
Dear viewer, let me restart. You listened to us for the majority of the time about things that were not actually pertaining to the concept that we introduced. Where am I going with this? I don't actually know. I think I had
Everything's
an idea.
arbitrary.
Everything's arbitrary. Thank you, HR, for that.
I'm here
But
for your
yes,
services.
it is subjective. And if we have a comment section somewhere, I want you, dear viewers, potentially, hopefully, to share your thoughts on what makes a good name. The science behind it, if you will, if you want, or just what you think sounds good to your ears. Harpreet, Ali, is there anything you want to add?
Yeah,
We are
exactly.
the Poop Podcast, the
Um,
podcast of our people.
Now that, dear viewer, is
And
a
it's an
damn good
completely
name.
arbitrary name. No. It's completely arbitrary.
Why must you always fight me? Anywho, continue.
That's it. It's just a completely arbitrary name. It's funny to look at. And you know what? You will always remember it because you have to poop every day. If you don't poop every day, you have a problem.
you should
You
see
need to
your
go see a doctor. You need to see your
I was
doctor.
about to say.
You need to get more fiber in your diet if you don't poop every day. But you're going to poop. And when you do poop, you're going to remember this podcast because this podcast, the acronym is poop.
But at the end of
So
the day, remember, it's the podcast of our people. And you, dear viewer, are one of our people now.
you're a poop.
Why do you
remember-
keep... If they've probably already like turned off by now.
No, this is post-credit scene.
Of
yeah,
course.
post credits.
Bonus for
anyone-
those who wish to continue listening because they like the sound of our voice or they like how dumb we can sound at
I
times.
don't think they like how we sound.
No.
Is my voice really that bad?
For
We're gonna sound like
And-
chipmunks. I'm gonna edit it so that we're chipmunks.
It's freaking... Oh, that's not gonna be good.
for anyone who has been listening, you heard us say your name. You didn't like what we were saying. It's all right. You're beautiful people. It's everything's subjective.
Not you, Steve.
Yeah, fuck
You know who
Steve.
you are.
You leave
Fuck
my
you,
boy
Steve.
Steve out of this.
Minecraft Steve, you're also included in that.
Steve did nothing wrong.
I'm sorry, Steve. I'm really sorry, but Steve, really?
There's
It's not his
one
fault. He didn't choose
exception.
it.
Your
There's
parents
one
didn't like
exception.
you.
That's Steve from Blue's Clues. I will not hear anything on that man.
That is true.
Alright.
Steve from Blue's Clues is a special case because he's from Blue's Clues,
And he's a very wholesome man.
and yeah, he's the best man on probably the planet.
Well,
Okay?
Just for you, Steve from Blue's Clues.
Yeah, we love you,
viewer
Steve.
Steve, unfortunately, you're out of luck. Harpreet, he just does not
Unless
like
you're named Steve from Blue's Clues,
Oh my God.
then you're fine.
His full legal name, Steve from Blue's
Yeah,
Clues.
if your full legal name, even if it's just your first name with a bunch of hyphens in it, so be it. Your
Or-
parents love you.
Or if your parents named you Steve after Steve from Blue's Clues, I'll take that too. You know?
That works too. Maybe they were hoping you would be an amazing
Wholesome
young
little dude.
individual.
You're talking to like this one individual Steve now.
There is probably
There's-
a Steve out there, or multiple Steves that were named after Steve from Blue's Clues. At this point, I mean, I was raised with it, and I know a bunch of people with kids. So, it makes
He's
sense.
on TikTok.
Cool. Anyway, Steve, just know I'm supporting you. I have no problem with your name. I don't know what's wrong with
I mean,
you
your name
guys.
is Danny, so
What about it? What about it? Go on, say it. Say it. What's wrong with it? What's wrong? Go ahead. I want to hear it. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Stay down, Harpreet.
you just like Steve.
Which one? From Blue's Clues?
No, the other Steves.
Well, he sounds like a good individual to me. Anywho,
Danny's equivalent to Steve.
okay.
Anyway,
remember that
thank you so
equivalent
much for
to the
listening.
podcast.
We mean no
We
offense.
need sponsors. We need sponsors.
Stop. Don't beg for sponsors. Whatever happens, happens.
I
all right?
use a HP laptop. HP, if you could sponsor us.
That'd be
I
great.
highly doubt HP will sponsor us. We're not a tech YouTube channel. Hell, Raid
True.
Shadow Legends might.
Great.
Okay.
All
Let's
right.
just cool it there.
Ali, go ahead, sign us off.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope no one was too terribly offended, and if you were, I'm sorry. Get a better name. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everyone. We'll see you hopefully next week, depending on what life has to offer.
Bye bye.